I'm Katie. Welcome to our mini-series on foraging with children. Foraging has so many benefits for people who are worried about where they're going to get food, if something should happen to the grocery stores, to people who are wanting to get more nutrition in their diets. Usually where you're foraging food in the wild, or even in your own yard, the area has been undisturbed for some time, which means there's more nutrients in the soil that the plants are pulling up, and that means more nutrition for you. Foraging with children encourages them to reconnect with nature. They use all their five senses in exploring the world around them, and it really helps grow those areas in their mind as they're maturing and gives them a great edge.
Flower.
Oh, you gonna get the flower? Here, baby, get the flower. Come on. So the stem is bitter.
What's bitter?
The leaves are bitter. That means kind of sour. But so for children, you pull the flower off the stem, and then you eat it. And it's sweet. It's juicy. It has a flavor all of its own.
And I go whole hand.
Has a little bit of a green flavor. If you put a bunch of them in your mouth, it's kind of like chewing gum a little bit. I am so grateful that this little plant that most people think is a weed is incredibly resilient against everything that we've tried to do to it to eradicate it. Because if we had been successful all over the world, we would have been deprived of this wonderfully nutritious and incredibly medicinal plant. Now the bitterness in the dandelion leaves can be tempered out if you cultivate them yourself in very good soil. They're bigger and less bitter. Also, just lightly blanching the leaves takes a lot of the bitterness out. When foraging for dandelions, just be smart about where you're going to be picking them from. Make sure that the area has not been sprayed for insects or for weeds, and also use common sense and don't pick them right where a dog would probably. To show you, I brought my foraging book with me here. Let's take a closer look at that. So it shows you how to identify the dandelion, which most people can do, the different parts, and also how to prepare. Most people use dandelions for salads, for the greens, as well as the flowers, soups, stews. They could even make a jelly out of them. I have a new recipe coming up in my recipe book that uses dandelions in smoothies. It's very delightful. Most people are unaware that dandelions are some of the very first foods for bees coming out of a long, hungry winter. And this is incredibly important for our bees to have the energy and the nutrition that they need to get going for the year. So if you have dandelions in your yard first thing in spring, even if you want to get rid of them later, allow them to flourish that little bit of time and give the bees the nutrition that they need. Did you give it to her? Yeah?